Hey guys, so I wanted to come on and kind of document an experience. What's funny is that it's not, I don't want anyone to think that this channel itself is going to change its format or change what weird subjects I talk about. It's not like anyone ever really listens anyway. It's kind of for my own edification. But something changed recently, and I want to document my experience from beginning to end, and the best way I think I could do that is by giving you first an intro video, this one, as to what's going on, and then the first video in this little thing that we're doing. So let's get to it. So I decided to get a gun. I know, right? Yeah, I decided to get a gun. There's a story though. So this started off as being me wanting to make a point. There were a lot of things happening in America that were gun related. Okay, we're talking about the mainstream media talking about guns and people shooting, mass shootings and everything else, and everyone kept saying, "Well, we need gun control. We need gun control." And nothing was happening, so I, jokingly said, well, if you want gun control, just have every black person in America get a gun license. You'll have gun control overnight, because laws don't apply to us the same way they apply to everyone else. So even though we have a right to bear arms, they don't want us to. And that's how this started. Honestly, I was just going to get my license just to prove a point. So, of course, you start researching, well, what do I need to do in order to get my license in this state? Now, I live in Massachusetts, and to get a license in Massachusetts is a very, difficult process in the sense of, what other states require versus what this state requires. The process itself really was not that difficult at all. Basically, what you have to do is you have to go to your local police department and find out what they require of you for the police chief to grant you a license to carry. Now, Massachusetts is an open carry state. What does that mean? And this is part of what this is going to be about. I want people to not be ignorant. And I want people to not be ignorant because this journey fixed my ignorance. And when it fixed my ignorance, my opinion about guns and gun ownership actually changed. My opinion about a lot of things in America actually changed. My opinion on some laws changed. So that's the whole point of all this, is to educate other people who are newbies. I'm a newbie, you're a newbie, we're all going to learn together, and I would like to document that. So here's what we needed for my town. I needed to have 2 letters of reference from people that I know. Basically, the reference letters are character letters. Someone to actually act as a good character witness. Basically, in Massachusetts, in order to get your gun license, and an unrestricted gun license at that, you have to be squeaky clean. You have to be a good citizen. I know, I don't come across like one, but I'm actually a good citizen. I'm a really good citizen. I follow the law. I do speed, but I follow the law in general. I don't hurt other people. I try to help other people. I'm a good neighbor. I'm a good citizen. I have no record, so they check your background. They check your psychological evaluation. They want 2 letters of reference. You have to take a safety course and pass it and get a little certificate. And that is... Oh, and you also need to write a letter yourself explaining why you want a weapon. Now, it's obvious what they're doing with this. And then you have to bring it all in and meet with a police officer, and they talk with you and take your fingerprints and run your initial background. Then they send it over to the FBI. Massachusetts is one of the most difficult places to get a gun license. It's a May issue state. What does that mean? Okay, so first we have open carry. Open carry basically means your constitutional right to carry is valid. You can carry openly without a license. That being said, it is socially unacceptable. It is 100% looked down upon, and it will get you harassed. People will call the cops because you're openly carrying a gun. So what you have to do in order to be able to even exist here is concealed carry, and for that you need a license. And it's a may issue state, not a shall issue state. What does that mean? May issue means that the issuing authority, in this case the police chief in the town you live in, has to basically make sure that you're okay. He's basically vouching for you to say yes and granting you that license. Great. So now you also have to worry about that. So there's, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's a lot to consider, a lot to worry about. But I'm squeaky clean, and I have good references, and I'm actually a decent writer, so I was able to write my letter, and I got my license faster than people previously, people currently, and in other towns. I am in a green town meaning a town that does easily give you your license. But the town that I live in has this reputation of being extremely late. 90 days, 120 days. And I got mine in a month and 2 days. It was supposed to be 40 days is the thing. And I got it in like 32 days. So because my background comes back clean, because I'm fucking clean. I'm a good citizen. It pays to be a good citizen. But over the course of all of this, I'm learning, and I'm finding out that, they're finding out about gun laws, finding out about statistics. Anyone who knows me knows I love numbers, I love facts, and finding out how, now mind you, we already know the mainstream media can't be trusted, but finding out just how brainwashed about guns we are, given the information that they give you. So over the course of all this learning, I went from wanting to prove a point, let's get back on subject. I went from wanting to prove a point to actually legit wanting to carry. Yeah. So I got my license last week, or this past week, and today I'm going to go and get my first weapon. But I just want to document this whole thing and figure that new people can learn from it along with me, as I buy different guns, try different bullets, find out the process of finding out what works for me, what doesn't work for me, learning stuff at the range and whatnot. Anyone who's in the Massachusetts area, if you want to know who I went to for my gun safety course, I'll let you guys know, because he's actually a really cool dude, and he's going with me today to go and pick up this weapon. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. This is staying on this channel, but I'm probably going to make another channel specifically for gun stuff, so that way it's a completely separate thing, because some people just don't want to know about guns, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But yeah, so I think I'll separate that. And that's it. I'll be back in about 2 seconds with a review of what I'm holding in my hand right now. But this is just an initial review, because I just got it and I don't have a firearm yet. But the rest of the review will be coming in the next video, when I also do the unboxing of my firearm for you. So there you go.